When you're taking on a project such as the one we've been doing with DPD, knowing what your client is expecting, trying to understand the business where they are and where they are expecting to be at the end of it is really important, because when you're taking a program that is going to embed safety into the culture of a business, understanding that business, understanding the issues that they're facing currently and the challenges, so that you can then make sure the materials you're using not only resonate with the people but actually are effective for the type of business they're in, is really crucial.
The wider logistics industry has a really high incident rate, fatalities and incidents reported through to HSE, and it's really important that we do what we can to make sure that we play our part in reducing that. Equipping our workforce with the right knowledge and experience to be able to understand what good looks like and what we can all do to make sure we reduce those risks are really important to us. We're a big player in this industry, and so for us it's important that we do what we can to lead. We felt our partnership with International Workplace really put us in a great place. International Workplace and the team of trainers working beneath Kate Garner were fantastic. Right from the get-go, Kate and I worked very closely together trying to work out what it is that we wanted to get out of this programme. It was more than just delivering IOSH managing safely. It was about trying to ensure that that positive culture shift had something really concrete as a foundation.
Managers were really responsive. I think when they first came into the room, the first few days of training, the first sessions of training, I think it was a little bit of reticence of, why do I need to be here? What value is this going to give to me? But once they got into the course, once they started to see that it was not about sort of getting them to tick boxes, but it was about understanding their culture, their processes, and understanding how they can make sure that their people and their process are delivered correctly and safely. I think they suddenly realised that there was a huge amount of value in taking the messages away and introducing them back into their teams.
I would certainly recommend the IOSH training to colleagues in any environment, not just the logistics or the parcel business. I think it's crucial that we send people home every night so they can go home and have the tea with their families. And the more we can do that and promote that kind of culture, then I think the better and a more enjoyable place it will be to work.
We've seen enormous improvements following the IOSH Managing Safely courses. This year we're delivering our own internal courses, and people are desperate to be on there. So the uptake is phenomenal. Really the important part for me though is about health and safety being part of the conversation. So this has brought health and safety into the forefront of lots of people's minds. They realise why it's important to them, why it's important to us as a business, and we're getting many more questions coming to our team asking about the best ways of doing things, how we can make improvements.
We were able to take significant elements of the course that were relevant to the operations of the business, and by using live data, live footage, for instance risk assessment, templates and models, and looking at accident information, we were able to use real life knowledge, so that instead of it being a generic course that you then had to pull out the elements and put back into work, we were able to show how the elements were actually going to embed into day-to-day practice.
The pass rate for the course has been phenomenal. Better than we were expecting. The low 90% is enormous. The journey that we've been on as a business, trying to encourage people to think about health and safety when really they've not been focusing on that as part of their day job, just shows that this pass rate is an enormous achievement for everybody, and that is in no small part to our trainers, because they've done such an amazing job of getting the message across. The International Workplace trainers have been phenomenal with that.
People are recognising and understanding how to be more aware of what's going on in the workplace, what's not happening, and that data is evidence that the culture has moved from a business which understands they need to do safety to a business that's delivering safety.
The success of this programme has relied really heavily on our close working relationship with International Workplace. Kate and her team took a long time trying to understand what it was that we were trying to achieve by this programme. It wasn't just about making sure that our managers and others had the IOSH Managing Safely qualification. It was about trying to embed a safety culture and trying to improve the positive safety culture that we have. We've used the Your Safety Matters logo behind us to be able to make sure that we can have that as a common thread all the way through our training material, so the business really understands that your safety does matter to us.